Let's not try to break these high-tech $60. I think they were $20 actually.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey guys, Patrick here, and let's talk gear today with Andy Prince of Manchester Orchestra. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
So, how's tour so far?
It's great. We're 5 days into a tour with the Front Bottoms and Brother Bird, which is first of three I'm playing with as well. So check them out. That's a new project. And I don't know, the crowd's been amazing. It's diverse. The crew, everyone gets along, everyone's amazing. I don't know, it's perfect.
So, let's talk about your gear today.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you want to start with? Amp, pedal, basses?
We'll start with Angel Dog.
Angel Dog. Okay,
yeah,
so
the most important part of my gear. This is where all the tone comes from.
tell me the story about Angel Dog.
Angel Dog, we found them in a thrift store and started putting weird shit all over our amps. So I played a show without it and it just felt really weird, and it became this weird relic that's mysterious, and I can't do anything without it anymore. So someone actually stole one of ours from Detroit, and our tech always sets it up, and the next day he had ordered another one and it was waiting.
Another Angel Dog?
Another Angel Dog. So someone has it at home, and I don't know what they did with it.
That was the memento someone just swiped and they ran out of the venue as fast as they could so no one would catch them.
we're playing Detroit on this tour too, so we have to watch out for everyone wants to swipe this thing again.
Every time you go to Detroit, just say, like, the next tour should just be called Don't Swipe Angel Dog Please, or something like that, something dumb. And so I see you got the full Fender setup.
Yeah.
And tell me about that. Why the Fenders?
Fender's been really good to us. We have a rep that helps us out with gear, and I've wanted to try it for a long time, and I started using the Super Bassman, which is on the bottom here. It's 300 watt tube, and it has replaced my overdrive pedals because I was going through several different ones. I even used like the OCD, which is a guitar pedal, and ran it through in Sans Amp.
Yeah.
Because it would take all my low end out when I use the OCD, and then I would try to warm it back up by putting lows and mids and through the Sans Amp, and it was just such a ratchet contraption to try to use.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, and when you're in
for different venues and stuff like that.
Exactly. When you're in a bigger venue, it wasn't sounding right, and I was never fully stoked on it. So, anyways, once I started using this, I use the clean channel on this side, and then you have a foot switch to switch you over to the dirty channel. So these four control clean, and then over here I have it fully gained out, fully blended. It's cranked, and you can control everything from, you know what I mean, your lows to your mid levels, treble. You can get it to sound exactly like you want it to, and then you just have a foot switch that switches you over, and I don't need any more pedals.
And you get that great, just like super just growl out of it.
It's incredible.
Too.
I mean, it's real edgy too. It's almost like a pedal itself. It eats the tubes pretty quickly because it's running really hot.
Yeah. I mean, when you have the gain at 10 and you're running it pretty loud too, constantly using it.
Yeah, I haven't found another sound like it, so that's what I use. The one on top here is just a backup, and actually it's a lot weaker, but the Bassman 800 produces kind of the same effect as far as you can do the same channel setup.
Yeah.
It's just not as beefy, obviously. But this thing is so light. I mean, it's like, compared to this especially.
Yeah.
I've had shows where the backline companies, they couldn't provide a Fender head. And I'm so comfortable with it now, I have to have it. So I've literally just carried this thing to the airport and brought it to whatever show, because I'm like, I have to have it, and I look like a total dipshit with it, but it's just fine.
Carrying around casually.
It's worth it. Well, if you put it in a bag, someone's gonna sling your bag. It's gonna get damaged. So I was like, I'm just gonna cradle it like a baby through.
Keeping it here. It's like, do you need help with that? Absolutely not. Don't even. We're not going through another Angel Dog situation.
Exactly.
And then going into your Fingercap too.
Yep. Yeah. Just straight 810. I'm still constantly in the search for different cabs, and I kind of want to try 12s next. These are 10s, obviously, and I may get a custom cab here in the next year, just because there's, as far as going, when I'm using my clean channel, it's hard to get it to not be, I guess, kind of farty when it gets too loud, and I hate that sound. And so
it sounds like a speaker's about to die, sort of thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't have as, like, I've used 12s before, and I could get that clean low in without any of that overdrive happening. So So, you know, because I have the horn taken, it's completely rolled out, but I'm still just not fully
Happy with it yet.
happy with it yet.
You're
Sorry,
still-
Fender.
You're still on that quest to find it.
Always. It'll always be that way, and
Yeah,
I'll never
yeah.
be satisfied, but
You could try and trick yourself into it.
I'm being really picky, though. This rig
Oh,
is
yeah.
like, it's a dream rig for sure.
So what basses are you running into? I see
This-
you got your. I know you play your P basses. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much to the T, right?
That's it. I mean, this especially, even on this tour, I try to use a new bass, it sounds incredible. I really like the 50 style neck. They're real wide. You have room to, especially if you're playing with a pick.
Oh yeah.
I like that big wide neck. So, but this bass, I can't match the tone on it because we have a lot of different tunings. But I'm having to I hate switching basses. Anything that sounds different, that's a volume change. I'm basically gonna have to rebuild this, which is gonna be hard. It's like an old 80s body, 50 style neck, and it was kind of Frankenstein together by a guy from my hometown.
I see all like. There's plenty of like little dings in it, but then there's like this huge one right here.
This was
my
it actually
God.
it broke at a governor's ball last year or this year actually. My guys put it back together, and it was kind of sad to look at, but it works fine. And something about the light body, it's lighter if you if you pick it up compared to if you were to get a new P bass.
Oh yeah.
It's just easy to handle, and it gives it a tone that's edgier for some reason. So I don't know how to explain it.
Like that's your number one though. Like that's your baby.
That's
pretty
it.
much.
Yeah. Every time I switch to something else, I'm missing the tone. Even in the studio, I'll use it there. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to rebuild and try to find another one that's like that.
So you got your red. Do you have like any like backups with you too? I imagine, especially when stuff like that happens at Governor's Ball, where a giant chunk of it just sort of comes out.
Yeah. Well, that was my fault. I got a little excited at that show and tossed it and paid the price. So, but luckily it's not too hard to fix them.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you got a crew like ours, they're on it, and so I'm thankful. And maybe I take advantage of that situation a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other basses are pretty standard 50 style Fenders. I have a new one that's really nice, but. I don't know. It's not even really worth mentioning as far as there's nothing. I'm trying to find that special tone, and it's hard to find that. It's almost like you have to go to a pawn shop and find something weird.
It calls out to you, essentially.
Yeah, or just play with them until you get something funky and weird and different. And that's what that guitar is.
What kind of pickups are in it?
They're called bass lines. It's like the highest output passive pickup.
Nice, man. So what about pedals? I can see super simple, super straightforward, because when I saw you guys at ACL back in October, you pretty much let your playing do the talk. You don't deal with a bunch of foot switching back and forth sort of thing.
Well, for this set, I don't need a ton. I mean, I definitely enjoy having a spaceship pedal board. Like I have one at home, and I talk about effects a lot. But for this, it's just very minimal. I use a Space Echo. And I use a lot of transitional noise with that. You can hold it down, and it's wonderful for that. I use it for delay as well. Other than that, I just get between using your fingers, using a pick, having clean, having dirty, having delay. It sounds minimal, but it's a lot of different things you can do with that. Oh
yeah, especially the dynamics of how you play too. And that's one thing I really noticed about y'all during your sets is, compared from studio to live, it's a complete 180 of how many more dynamics y'all bring out. And especially for more older songs, I noticed that y'all have a lot more fun and play around with just the little things here and there too.
Man, it's weird how it always changes live, and that's just, something's gonna sound better.
Well, sounds like it's almost sound check time.
Yeah, it's sound check time.
But Andy, thank you so much.
Dude, thanks.
Super appreciate it.
Yeah,
Stoked for the show tonight.
Yep.
Go check out Andy Prince, go check out Manchester Orchestra and Brother Bird, the other band that he's playing with too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Thanks.
Dude.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
I love Angel Dog. Angel Dog's like my heart, my soul.